place for married people to mess around. Plus, actress Maria Bello opens up about how Miley, Raven, and Bruce are helping her mission to get the world to say whatever. Then, Beyonce's bod just rocked the red carpet. So how'd she do it? The man behind the hottest superstar diet is revealing the menu he says can transform your bod in just 22 days. Plus, Fun Home is the most buzzed about new Broadway show that's up for 12 Tonys. And you've got the best seat in the house when the cast performs right here. This is The View with Whoopi, Nicole Wallace, Rosie Perez. And today, Raven-Symoné and GMA Weekend anchor Paula Faris hit the co-host chairs. It all starts now.
To welcome back as our guest co-host, Sherri Shepherd.
Thank you.
It's so good to see you. I've been clamoring for you to come visit us since the day I started. I'm so happy you're here. And I know everybody is too, right?
This is fun.
So, I only got to be on the show with you once. And I had so much fun. And I think one of my favorite things that you talked about was your son, because now I feel like I've carried the mantle. I tell my stories about my son, but
how old is he now?
That's my baby. Our birthday is the same day, April 22nd.
Aww.
So we celebrated our birthday because it was the best birthday gift I ever got. He was born in 5.5 months, a pound 10 ounces, and he was just the best miracle I ever got on my birthday. So we celebrated it 2 weeks ago. But
yeah, but
he's 10.
And he's a miracle with attitude.
He has a miracle attitude because you know what I'm going through now? Because he used to be such my little love bug. I could kiss him and everything. Now he's turned into a monster at 10 o'clock. I can't kiss him because his lips are reserved for Julia, that little 5-year-old heifer that likes my son. I can't kiss my baby.
He's got a girlfriend?
Girl, he's got a girlfriend. He picks her dandelions and she threw him on the ground. And I was like, you gonna mess with my son's heart one more time.
You know, I have this thing, right? My husband said he's already worried about what I'm going to do to the first girl who breaks my son's heart. He said, you can't go all Dick Cheney on her, you know. You gotta
They need their heart broken, you guys. They need it. At least be there to hug them. Don't cuss them out after they get their heart broken.
It's her. It's her. You know, and this is the thing. She came to play. It was a play date, and she came over to the house. And I said, Jeffrey, it's time to come in. And she said, I want to ride the big wheel. And he's like, Mommy, we have to ride the big wheel. And it was like a standoff between me and this 5-year-old.
Yeah.
I'm like, you come in, and he's looking at her. Don't look at her, look at me. And she's looking at him. And you know who won out? The little 5-year-old.
So he just turned 10, double digits. He just had a birthday party.
Yes, I threw him a birthday party at like the little bouncy house where they go bouncing. And I had all of his friends over. And he goes to a school because Jeffrey has special needs. So they teach him. It's kind of like the teaching is really weird because they teach him the zones that he's in. Like Jeffrey, if you're in the green zone, you're feeling happy. If you're in the yellow zone, you're anxious. If you're in the red zone, you're angry. And so I don't deal with zones. I deal with my mother used to snatch me up. That's
right.
what I dealt with. The zone. So he's at the little bouncy house and he's bouncing and he was getting rough and I said, Jeffrey, stop being rough with everybody. And so everybody around me, you know, the black people are like, when you gonna snatch that boy up? And then everybody else was just like, no, I didn't because I had to go back to what the school was teaching. So the parents at they were like, Jeffrey. Yeah, they were like, Jeffrey, what zone are you in?
Oh my God.
I think that's genius. I think it's really smart. I have no kids. I have no kids. I am a kid. I'll take it. But
some people are with
you. Are you laughing because I am a kid or because I have no kids?
Some people want kids.
I like being able to understand the feelings that I have instead of being reprimanded because I don't understand my feelings in the first place. And that helps me understand my feelings. If somebody talked to me through what I was going through, I'd be able to better communicate as an adult.
So when what zone are you in right now?
Right now, I'm definitely in a green.
Definitely in a green. I like that.
Well, I think there are things that you understand, and that's your sort of worldview. It'll make you a really good mom. But then there's a whole new level of understanding that happens when you are a mom. So
you know, you go into the different zones. Like when I have to do this core math with Jeffrey, this new math that they teach.
Zone.
I'm in an aquamarine maroon zone. That's what I'm trying to do.
I don't get it zone. I don't understand it.
Being a parent, it's hard.
It is hard. And already the second grade homework has surpassed my level of math.
Jeffrey's homework keeps me up so late. I do his because he's got to go to bed at 8:30, and he's still got all of this homework. I do his homework with my left hand so they can think Jeffrey did the homework. I'm over here writing all crazy.
That is a mother's love.
All right, there's no smooth transition here now, so I'm just going to go for it. Tinder is the hot dating app with 40 million users, but a recent survey found that 1/3 of them are married, and women are more likely to use the app to cheat than men are. Does this surprise you guys?
Get it in, ladies. Get it in.
Get it.
Wow.
You can. But do you think some of them are going on the app to cheat, or are we just doing a little bit of window shopping?
No, well, usually when you window shop, you usually go into the store and eventually buy something. So I think, you know, when you play with temptation like that, it's gonna bite you in the butt.
See, and I would think, I agree, but I think women can look and then, and listen, we're always on a diet. We're talking about, I think we have the ability to sort of deny ourselves the Manolo Blahniks in the window. I think that that's the man.
But do you think that women are...
Okay. But I think that women may be looking, I don't believe that women cheat as much.
When you go, but see, online, when you actually get online to sign on, because you got to sign up, you can't just be looking.
And you got to make anonymous, right?
Well, no, you can be anonymous.
Username,
you
password.
You have to make a username, you have to make a password. So you have an intention. It starts with the intention. So when you're actually going on there, I don't think it's just looking. I think you're just waiting for somebody to bite. You know, but I'm wondering if a woman, because they said most of the women are married.
They're bored.
That's what I think. I wonder if it's just
humans and what did we say? Humans
penguins.
Penguins, the only ones that stay monogamous in a relationship. Every other animal every man animal goes and plays around, and the women have to like be in a thing and take care of the children. Go have fun. Stop getting married.
Don't get married if you
have fun. Stop getting married.
Wait. You should have the option. Temptation's a part of life.
You should have the option to get married.
Temptation.
You should have the option to get married no matter what your sexual orientation is. Let's put that out right there right now.
Absolutely.
But don't get married. Don't go have fun.
But then what about all that time that you're taking to actually get on a website to go and cheat on your husband? What if you take that time to try to get in so you can make your marriage work?
What if you already did and you can't get out and the divorce papers are too expensive and you can't get out?
Girl, don't tell me about divorce being too expensive. I'll tell you about divorce being too expensive. Damn. Honey. I know that's right.
One thing is the grass isn't always greener on the other side. Well, you mentioned that you don't have any kids, and we noticed that some of you in the audience clapped. So this might be for all of you, because apparently a lot of young women are hitting snooze on their biological clock. They're not having kids because, there you go, one person. New research found that millennials are in no rush to start having kids. Why is it? And by the way, a millennial, age 18 to 34.
And I'm 30. I'm about to be 30 this year, so I'm 29. I want a baby so bad. I wanted a baby since I was 15.
I think you'd be a great mom.
I got one or two you could have a mine. You could. I'll give them to you. It's funny how women with kids are like, take mine.
You want a babysit? That was an honor to babysit. I love babysitting. I love kids. I think I'm stuck in a child's mind, and I want to raise my own because I hear a lot of parents really, I don't know if I'm getting in trouble, really don't like their kids.
It's not that, you know what? It's not that you don't like them.
It's just that they're always there. It's like a husband. Like, you love them, but...
You know, I think it's that you do love them. You know you're greatly blessed, but we're humans, you know, and that just happens. I just wonder, like, with the millennials, I think a lot of women feel like, I want to get my stuff in. I want to have my career. I want to be able to travel. I just think that you still have to be aware that sometimes you can't put that off because it might be too late. Now they're freezing eggs, but...
And I think the next real debate for women is whether employers want to be competitive if they offer benefits for women to freeze their eggs.
Welcome back. Glamour Magazine recently listed. The times your best friend should come before your boyfriend, like if she's just been dumped or if it's been way too long since you had a girls' night out. I always put my best friend first if we're in good terms. What about you guys?
When you're dating, you put your best friend first?
Yes, because I'm just dating. There is no ring on it, sweetheart. Know where your place is.
I had some friends back in college, and it seemed like once they had a boyfriend, they would disappear and fall off the face of the earth. And then once they didn't, they came back. And you know what? You can't change your friends. You have to either accept them for who they are or just move on. But yeah, it is kind of frustrating. But I think you have to value your friendships.
I think you have to value the friendships. They know you, and I think friends, they want the best for you. Like I actually feel like if I had listened to my best friends, I wouldn't be having a million attorneys in my life right now.
Yeah,
literally, because my best friends, serious, my best friends told me. Yeah. They said even Barbara Walters. Do you know Barbara Walters told when I was dating my boyfriend? She said, "If you hurt Cherry, I will kill you." That's what she said.
Oh, see, and I would be afraid.
And he was afraid, but if I had listened to my best friends, I think, you know, and the wonderful thing about best friends is they don't hold it against you.
Right.
So all the stuff that I'm going through now, all of my best friends who told me, Sherry, don't do this, they welcomed me back with open arms. Nobody ever said, I told you so, especially Whoopi Goldberg, because she was one who came in my room every day and was like, here's the red flags. She came and she said, I got your back. So I love all my best friends for coming back.
When your friends told you that there were warning signs, how did you react?
How did I react when every single one of my best friends told me there were, I was like, what is going on? I thought it was a conspiracy.
No, I know what it is. You're like, they don't see what I see.
They don't see what you see.
But you know what I think the other thing is? I think that we're making it like a choice. I think the best marriages are between two people who have awesome friendships.
Yes.
You know, like I think having a lot of people in your lives, having a husband as friends, the wife as friends, the kids, you know, I just think the whole thing, you know, lifts everybody up.
I think once you're married, you do have to be careful about what you let out because your best friends remember every little thing. So you have to really be careful about what you share because you want them to.
Like your husband can't remember an anniversary.
You can't tell
Don't ever tell your family. My father still want to kill my husband. Oh my God. My daddy.
Anything.
So you work hard to make sure they're never in the same room, right?
I work really hard. I'm like, Daddy, you 70 years old. What you gonna do now?
Don't ask. Don't ask.
But speaking of that, we got a life coach, Sarah Alexander, and she is warning people to avoid popular self-help advice that you hear. Like when people tell you to follow your dreams. Now, she says you have to be realistic or you're just gonna end up stressed and disappointed. But would you tell a child not to follow their dreams?
Listen, I followed my dreams, and it's hard. The dream I picked, I wish that I thought of something different sometimes.
Yeah, but look at you. But look at you. I mean, I think you're a perfect example. I mean, you are this role model for young women who think that it's possible.
There's two sides of it, right? So there's other things that I wish that I have done, and I worked hard to get there, and I got there, and people were like, I said, how are you doing? I'm living the dream. I said, yeah, but this is awful. This is absolutely stressful. It's stressful.
But there's also...
Because we wish for so much.
There's another side to the stress. I always tell people, follow your dreams, except when I see some people on American Idol, and I'm like, I don't know who told you that was your dream. That's not your dream. Don't follow that dream. Especially when they're on American Idol, and they go, I'm just going to leave it to Jesus. Don't put it on Jesus. But I think if I didn't follow my dreams, I wouldn't be on this show. One of my best dreams was doing Dancing with the Stars. And that was something that was so scary. And I tell people, if you don't follow your dreams, you never know what's on the other side. Yes, there's stress, but there's another side to it as well.
I think you should change the word to goal. You should make goals. Because your dreams sometimes just keep you dreaming.
Girl, a goal is don't eat 2 cheeseburgers today. That's a goal. That ain't no fun.
That's a hard goal to eat.
I think there's something to be said at the end of the day. You know, at the end of your life, you can say, I went for it. And it didn't work out.
People say, I tried it.
Exactly. It's better to try and fail than fail to try. That was my 3rd grade teacher's motto.
And then you go work at the post office. If it fails, just then you go to the post office.
Nobody regrets, I don't think you ever regret trying and failing. I mean, you don't regret that you didn't win the trophy ball,
I regret it. I wanted that mirror ball. I wanted that mirror ball.
But are you glad you did it?
I am so glad I did it because that was something that was so stressful doing Dance with the Stars, practicing 8 hours a day, every day. I texted
with cameras everywhere.
I thought I was going to have a nervous breakdown, but what I'm so glad of is I have a best friend named Val Schmirkovsky. I know people on that show that are lifelong friends, and it was an experience I don't even remember the stress. It was an experience I will never forget.
I would like to switch up the topic a little bit. Okay, so a recent Washington Post article pointed out that almost 3/4 of working people are not comfortable about talking about their salary. I don't tell my salary to anybody. They always speculate. You guys, my mama told me and my daddy told me not to tell my personal business, and my bank account is my personal business.
Right.
It also helps so that if you get sued, nobody knows what you're going for. And do you guys tell your...
I do. If you're doing the same thing that I'm doing, I want, because I think that's why a lot of women don't get ahead, I want you to know, all of my girlfriends on the talk, on the reel, these girlfriends of mine, I let them know how much I was making. As a matter of fact, Kathy Griffin, when we did Suddenly Susan together, we did a sitcom together, she set me down and told me how much she was making, so I knew what to negotiate. Rosie O'Donnell, when I first started this show, told me how much she was making, and that way I was able to know exactly what I was going for.
I think, listen, that's not I agree with you, and you're at a very high level. I think that women starting out sometimes get a slower start than men because they don't share these things. And I think that when I was interviewing for this job, lots of women in broadcasting gave me the kind of advice you're talking about. And I think that declaring it from the rooftops is one thing, and that's tacky above everything else.
Tell everybody.
But I think part of women getting ahead in the workplace, listen, in the White House, all the women got together and made sure that we were all making as much as the men. And, you know, I think that you can't start correcting.
Typically, men just start out making more.
You can't start fixing inequalities until you start talking amongst each other.
I think if somebody is not doing what you do and they just want to know and they're just like little looky-loos, how much you make? None of your business.
Ask my lawyer. Ask my lawyer. He should know how much.
I don't even want my lawyer to know how much I make because then they're going to ask for more money. So I'm not telling. That's the last person I'm telling.
All right, on that note, we are going to go. We're going to come right back with Maria Bello. Stay with us.
I hear you, girl.
It had Bruce buzzing.
Actress Maria Bello is starting a revolution that people like Bruce Jenner, Miley Cyrus, and me are on board with already. Her new book, Whatever, Love is Love. Please welcome Maria Bello.
Yes.
The rainbow.
Look at this. So
Full bag of Starburst.
First, hi family.
Hi family.
Tell us about your new book, Whatever, Love is Love, and where the idea came from.
I wrote this book from something my son said. When my son asked 2 years ago if I was romantically involved with anyone, and it'd been a long time coming, him asking me this question, I was like, God, what am I going to say? And I said it was Claire, who was my best friend, who happens to be like a godmother to him. He just smiled and said, whatever, Mom, love is love.
Oh.
So shout it out to the world.
You were completely overthinking it.
I was, and it was about all the labels that you talk about a lot that we put on. What is love? Is like romantic love different from like what is partnership really? I was sick that summer and I looked around my hospital bed and there was my son's dad, my son, my mother, my brother, and Claire, and I thought, these are all my partners, right? You don't have to be romantically involved with someone just to have a partnership, or a family doesn't have to mean 2 parents and 2 kids. You know, they take on all different sorts of forms.
And kids are so much more intuitively accepting of this. It's interesting, right?
I think that's right.
They sort of crack our hearts open sometimes.
Yeah.
But you were reading through your journals. Was that part of writing the book? And they were from a very long time ago, right? They were from when you were 13 years old.
I have journals when I was 13 years old.
That's so impressive. Let me just say, it's so impressive. I can't find anything from last month. But what did you find in there, and how is that? Did you draw on any of that for the book?
Well, what it was, you know, when I was ill, I went back to my old journals thinking I was going to take a walk down memory lane. And instead of coming away with some definitive answer about who I was, I just came away with more questions. You know, am I Catholic? I went to 16 years of Catholic school. My best friend was a Catholic priest at university. But can I call myself Catholic? Because I believe God is God, right? You have your own name, and God for me is love. I don't care, Muslim, Buddhist, Jewish, whatever it is.
I think in every religion, God is love.
God is love. And so I belong to that religion, and yet I reclaim my roots of Catholicism, which was a big thing.
And was there anything that you'd forgotten about that the journals sort of led you back to?
No, well, the most embarrassing thing is, it was like the same thing over and over for years. I'd be like talking about this guy, I'd be like, oh my God, and I love him so much, and he's so great, year after year after year. And some of them I would read, I'd go, Jimmy, and I'd go, who's Jimmy?
Yeah, never.
And at that point, I was so obsessed that he was like the love of my life, and now I realize God's the love of my life. My family, my friends are the love of my life.
You know now, with the book, I am interested to know, because my son is 10 years old and he's asking questions that I'm like, that's mommy's business, none of your business. But the book has a few intimate details, and your son, it's Jackson.
Jackson.
He's 14 years old. So were you at all, did you have any trepidation about letting him read the book?
No, and I said to him before, and I said, Jack, do you want to read the book? He's like, yeah, I don't care. And I said, well, there's some things in it that are kind of sexy. He's like, I don't care. I mean, he's literally like that kid. He doesn't have time. He plays soccer. He's like going on to the Olympic development team. He just...
Good for him.
He's a
Wow.
whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm sure he will have some questions after he does read the book. And before I went on national TV, I was thinking, oh my God, what do I need to tell him? And I said, oh, there's one thing you should know, because people are talking about this. I'm bipolar. And he goes, oh yeah, like you're really happy sometimes and really sad? Yep, you are.
Intuition, right?
Yeah.
Before I ask you, because you really loved the Bruce Jenner and Diane Sawyer, please tell the audience about your partner really fast. You are dating an African-American?
I'm dating an African-American. You know,
Wait, but this is great.
You and I have been on parallel paths
Right here.
with sisters for a long time now. Your interview with Oprah, where I stood up and cheered because I went, my girlfriend is 4th generation African-American. She's from Zimbabwe. She happens to have white skin, but she's African and also got her citizenship in America. And that was always my feeling of like, what's black, what's white, what's African? And I have,
When you
know,
go shopping, and they'll tell you. Quickly.
Yeah.
Try picking up that purse and walking through the store with it. You'll know, girl.
Yeah, but look at all of our idols right now. Look at all of the most successful people. Look at all the people we're admiring. They don't happen to be like these little white girls with blue eyes, skinny girls walking around. I mean, honestly. And then the whole idea of labeling yourself a sexual preference or orientation. Facebook has 51 new gender orientations and identities. So for people to be saying LGBT, I always make a joke. I say it's going to be LGBT, A, B, C, D, Q, R, S, T. There's going to be a whole line of us.
Through the whole alphabet.
This is why you love the Bruce Jenner interview?
Yeah, and I really love that Diane couldn't even process it when he was saying, okay, well, I'm not gay, I still like women, I do the, and why does he need a label for that? And people were saying he's brave. I don't think he's brave. You know what I think he is? Himself.
I think he's himself.
Himself, herself, whatever self he wants to be. He's a whatever. And we love you for that, Bruce.
Oh my goodness, our thanks to Maria Bello. I love you. Okay. Members of our studio audience will be going home with a copy of her new book. Yes! We'll be right back with the man who helped Beyonce get that ball.
Beyonce's body.
It is a swap.
Okay.
That's what it is. It's a plant-based program designed to reset your habits and transform your body.
Okay.
But there's
So
there's no pig in here anywhere. No.
It makes losing weight effortless.
Okay.
So we replace overprocessed dead foods, animal products with rich, filling, nutritious foods, seeds, grains, vegetables, fruits, nuts. All these kinds of foods are wrapped into really beautiful recipes that we create in the book. So people automatically think, I'm going to go on a vegan diet, I'm going to do plant-based. What am I going to be doing? I'm going to be chewing on this all day long, right? You think
That's
immediately,
what I'm thinking right
styrofoam
now.
food, no flavor. The reality is, it's really, I mean, look at these dishes,
They're
right?
delicious. Can we start eating?
It felt really good.
Okay, so what do you have for breakfast? And can you find all this stuff at the grocery store?
Not only can you find it, it's really easy to make, and it's less expensive than actually buying animal products.
Really?
Yes, because when you get to the checkout line, the most expensive things are usually your produce, right? I mean, your meats and your chickens, and that's amazing, right?
Yeah,
this is a chia pudding that's really easy to make. You can make this in less than 5 minutes. It's omega-3 fatty acids topped with some blueberries, phytonutrients, really delicious.
And can you make this and leave it in the fridge? Because I don't know what mornings are like in your house. Mine is mayhem.
I make a week's worth of this on Sunday. It's really great.
Okay, wait.
Can I put a little bit of sugar in
This
there?
is
It's good. Taste this.
This looks like French toast, but there's no wheat,
This
right?
is French
Well, that's
toast.
pancakes. That's what I want.
This is
Okay,
French
pass
toast.
this to Sherry. Get this to Sherry. Sherry,
so
that is
different.
awesome.
That has blueberries, raspberries, and it's made with gluten-free flour, which is rice, quinoa, chickpea flour.
And maple
Absolutely
syrup?
amazing. This right
good.
here, you would swear this is real meat. This is a raw walnut taco. Meat eater, excuse me.
Oh, it tastes like
This is a raw
carnivore.
walnut taco. Super filling. And guess what? The typical American diet has 50% of the average fiber we need, right, on a daily basis. This ensures you get 100% of your fiber because you're eating more plant-based foods. You can't get fiber in an animal diet. You can get it in plant-based foods.
Now, one of the things in the book that I thought was so sort of inspirational, because we're starting this week, we're all getting on board, is you can really change your health. Can you talk about the health benefits of a diet like this?
So not only are you going to lose weight, so people love the fact that they get to lose weight, and it's really easy. And you get to not just lose the weight, but the weight stays off.
How?
Because you're
How does it stay
So
off?
the beauty is that this is not a diet in that you get on it, you get off it, and then you gain back the 10 pounds plus another 10, right? The reason you keep the weight off is because you're resetting your habits. You're learning new things.
Like your palate.
You're creating new tools to create sustainability for yourself. So you're going to lose weight. You're going to feel better about yourself. You're going to have more sex drive.
More sex drive?
Yes. You're going to sleep better. You're going to have clear skin. The list goes on. And you're going to look good.
I got you. And I love this because I'm a type 2 diabetic, so I know this is the way I should be eating, but this is all fine and good. But how easy is this to make every single day?
We have over 65 recipes in the book that are super simple. I mean, literally takes less than 5 minutes to make this. It takes maybe 6 minutes to make this dish right here. You don't need, this is completely raw. You don't need any special tools for it. We'll move right along here. I'm going to show you some other stuff.
This is really good.
That's a no tuna chickpea sandwich. That has.
It just tastes like tuna salad without the tuna.
Exactly. It's chickpeas. It's garbanzo beans.
Raven,
It's
name me one of
garbanzo beans. And then we move right into.
Pause. You don't have to take the bread off, Sherry, because it's good for you. You can eat
it's
bread.
It's gluten-free bread.
You can eat bread.
Okay, I'm used to taking the bread off.
Here we have a hummus tartine. Did you guys see this one? This is a hummus tartine topped with sprouts, microgreens, and a little bit of radish. It's absolutely incredible. We have a gluten-free pasta right here with tomato sauce. Gluten-free pasta with tomato sauce, with tomatoes, with lycopene. I mean, it's just amazing. Then we can actually have dessert. We can actually have dessert on this plan.
Dessert, and then tell me, answer like the question we all want to know. Will we look like Beyonce at the end?
I want to be falling on the top of a chair and partition. I want to do that too.
This program is.
I want that. Am I going to get? I want what she. Am I going to get that?
This program is designed to give you your best body.
Okay.
It's designed to give. It's designed to make you live the life you've always wanted to live, not just the life you
But can
have.
I drink on this? Can I have my wine? Can I have wine?
We're going to drink lots and lots of water for the 22 days because more often than not, when we eliminate alcohol, you realize how much you were really drinking to begin with. So when you go back to drinking, you do it in moderation. It's about becoming more conscious about what you're putting into your body.
I see.
Can we go into the desserts?
Yes.
This is cashew butter that we just ground up. This is a carrot bread. Oh, you have to try this.
This one's carrot bread.
You have me a chocolate muffin.
This is so good.
I love this.
And then we have chocolate chip muffins. Again, over 65 delicious recipes in the book that are super simple to make. I am not a chef. We make all of these ourselves. We have a ton of plant-based protein sources.
I can feel
asking about
graining on that wood, graining on that wood.
Okay, we're gonna get together again in a month, and you're gonna see how we're doing. And it's a longer shot that I can move like that than I can. We're all starting.
Don't
You're
you
gonna
feel
come
like
back.
twerking? Come on,
I can't twerk. I don't twerk. Our thanks to Marco. Members of our audience are going home with a 22-day revolution.
From the hit TV series The Good Wife, please welcome Tony Award winner and current nominee, Michael Cerveris. Congratulations to you. 12 Tony Award nominations. This musical is receiving some of the best reviews in years.
Yeah.
So I got to say, again, congratulations. But it is based on a graphic memoir by Alison Bechdel called Fun Home.
Right.
And so now it takes place at a funeral home.
Yeah.
During the main character, Allison. It covers 3 stages of her life. Am I correct?
Yeah.
So can you tell us about that?
It goes from when she was about 8 or 10 to her college years, and then looking back as an adult and sort of looking at her family. And it's really kind kind of, it's heart. It's a really simple, moving story about sort of trying to understand the people that we're closest to and understand ourselves in relation to them.
What do you think the audience is responding to?
Well, I think they're seeing themselves. Even though Allison's story is really specific to her life, there's something universal about it. I mean, you know, we've all been in families, and we all have been mysteries to each other, even the people that we're closest to, and figuring that out and finding your way through life, like that's what the story's about.
Well, I want to hear some music. Here to perform, Come to the Fun Home. Please welcome Fun Home cast members Tony Nominated and Lucas, along with Jules Morrow and Oscar Williams.
Should we start at the top?
Yeah.
Hold on. Should we say Fun Home? We only call it that in the family.
Yeah, that's right. It's our commercial. We can do what we want. That's right, too.
I guess.
Come on.
Okay.
Prices, everybody. Fun Home commercial take 7 million billion thousand. Your uncle died. You're feeling low. You got to bury your mama, but you don't know where to go. Your papa needs his final rest. You got to give him the best. Oh, come to the Fun Home. That's the Bechtel Funeral Home, baby. The Bechtel Fun Home. Next to Baker's Apartment Store in Beechtree. The Bechtel Fun Home. We take dead bodies every day of the week, so you got no reason to roam. Use the Bechtel Funeral Home. What it is, what it is. What it is now, baby. Hey, come and got it, baby.
Our caskets, our stats and lines. We got so many models, guaranteed to blow your mind. You know the mourners,
So satisfied.
they like
Our formaldehyde, yeah. Here at the Fun Home.
that's the funeral home, baby.
Come to the Fun Home. We got Kleenex and your choice of song. Stop by the Fun Home. Think of Bechtel when you need to embalm. You got no reason to roam. Use the Bechtel Funeral Home. What it is, what it is. What it is, what it is.
Tell 'em what we got. What is it we got? So, what is it we got? What is it we got?
Smelling salts for if you're queasy. Folding chairs that open easy.
These are cool. You know what they are? Flags with magnets for your car.
These are wire and they hold flowers. Here's a sign for the names and the hours.
Stands right here when you sign the book.
This is called an aneurysm hook. A yard! Come to the Fun Home. Ample parking down the street. Here at the Fun Home. Body prep that can't be beat. You'll like the Fun Home. In our hearse, there's a backward seat. That's why we made up this poem. We're the Bechtel Funeral Home. What it is, what it is. What it is now, baby.
Amazing.
So amazing. Thanks to the cast of Fun Home. Be sure to catch Fun Home on Broadway at Circle in the Square. Members of today's audience, you guys are getting a copy of the just released Fun Home cast album. We'll be right back.
When the view is over on TV, the